This video is going to show you how to repair cracking drywall due to moisture, water leaking.
We're going to be fixing some drywall around a leaky window, and the right way to do it is just not tear it out and then go ahead and patch it. What I'm going to do is totally rip it out, get to the wood, and I'm going to use this caulk and some liquid nails to stop it from pulling away. And this is water just seeping in from the inside. Let's do this. You can see the damage that the water seeping in is causing around this window, and I'm probably about 20 or 30 feet off the ground here. It's a pretty high, tall entranceway. I put some cardboard down here just to stop it from cracking. What I'm going to do right now, it's hard to hold the camera and teach you. I'm going to take a razor blade and cut all the way in here so I can get to the wood, and that's where we're going to be caulking. And that's the tear out right there. We need to get to the source of the problem. And it's just not on the surface, it's below. Somebody didn't do their job right when they were building this house. And I'm going to make sure I don't have to do this again, so you're going to get to the bottom, get inside. Somebody tried to patch it up when I bought the house, make it not visible. But we're going to get in there. It's just drywall, don't panic. It's really cheap. So I would assume that the air is coming in from between the piece of wood there, the 2x4. I think if I caulk it, it will solve the problem. Get up in there. So I'm going to go maybe about an inch so I can just really get in there. Yep, just as I suspected. Nice big gap there. All they did is put insulation. Of course, air and moisture is going to get up in here. This goes up about 3 feet right here. So I'm just going to do pull a nice chunk out. It's hard to videotape this and show you at the same time. But you really just got to get rid of all the water damage area anyways. Like I said, drywall is cheap. You can get a bucket for almost nothing. And don't be scared that you can't put it on right, because you can layer after layer and sand, and applications is what it's all about. Many applications, and that will finally get it ready. So, you got an idea of what's going on here. Try to back up and show you real quick. Get up in there, you really got to get it all out. Stand back so you see more of what's going on. I got this all cut out. I need to get a ladder to get up in there, about 7 feet off the ground, that window, just to get up in there. Anywhere you see water damage is what you want to take care of. Then you also got this other side right there, if you can see it. You see some water damage. And I'd like to thank whoever put this window in for not doing it right. Caulk or whatever you need to put in there. Thanks a lot. I'd like to shake your hand if you see this video. Real genius you are. And what kind of drugs were you on? And why were you drinking on the job? Alright, I got this other part torn out. And look at the house they're building next door. So whoever you are buying this house, make sure it's not the same builders who built mine, because mine's only a few years old also. This shouldn't be happening. Yep, this is horrible. Horrible craftsmanship. Alright, I'm up on my ladder over here. And when you're doing this, make sure that you clean off. I took off a razor blade. And what I'm doing is cleaning off all the old caulk that's hanging down. So make sure you do that, because you're going to have to, anywhere where it's cracking, you're going to want to redo it. So take your razor blade, clean it all off. Right here it looks like I'm fine. I'm not getting any water over here. But all up over here is where we're going to be caulking. So make sure you clean all this off, clean all this out so you can get your caulk deep in there. And we should be almost ready to go. Alright, I got most of it all cleaned out. And when you're confident you got it clean, you're going to be caulking. But before that, you got all these nails that are just coming out of the wall. What I'm going to do is use just a screwdriver. I couldn't find my punch. And just hammer them in at the back. Make sure they go in deep, because you don't want to come back up here again. And I can't state how important it is when you're up here. Chip away all the water damaged areas. You'll see they're very loose and flaky. Chip them all away. Just make sure you remove them. When you're feel confident, then you're good. See all these cracks over here? This is a trick I found to get rid of the old excess crack. Just run your razor blade left and right around it in a groove, and you'll see it all just break away. Because you don't want any of that staying up there if it's just going to break away that easily. So run your razor real soft, up and down. Just go through the first layer of drywall, because you're going to put new compound everywhere. Now we're almost ready to shove the cracks in with, I'm using a clear 100% silicone. It doesn't crack, it doesn't shrink. It's also made for doors and windows. And this is also another trick you'd like to know when you want to reuse this, because I used this probably 3 months ago. I just cut the tip off and I stick a nail in there, and then I wrap it around with a bunch of saran wrap and then a rubber band around that. And that usually keeps it fresh. If you don't do this, they usually dry out. I just wanted to show you how high this was that we were working on. It's already like a 12 or 13 foot ceiling, maybe even more, and that's where we're at. Got the vacuum up there, and you got to clean it off really good. Really important. 100% confident that I've got it all prepped really well. All the cracked and old drywall, whatever you want to call it, is all cleaned up. I can get my caulk gun in there really good, so make sure you leave a good space when you're ready to do this. Before we get started, I've done one more thing. I got some insulation over here, and I want to push it deep inside, and what I'm going to use is an Allen wrench. See all this insulation here? Why I've gotten an Allen wrench is because it looks like an L. I can get it in there, and if I want to turn it in there deep, I can do that. So this will help me push it in for tight areas that I can't get to, because I don't want to suck it all out, and I don't want the insulation bumping into the silicone. I want to make sure that I get it real deep in there. So do that and prep your wall real good before we start caulking. Okay, I'm confident that we're pretty much ready to caulk. All the debris is gone. We're going to start shoving this caulk right up in that corner because the people who built the house forgot to do so. Thanks again. Just go ahead. I'm going to waste about a couple tubes on everything I've done, because I never want to come back in here again and get up here this high. This is freaking scary up here. If I fell down there, I'd be history. So go ahead and caulk the entire window. Shove it in the crack real good. Even if you got to use a tool, a spatula or something to get it deep in there, if you don't think you've grooved this out wide enough. I think I'm confident I don't need to do that because I got a nice amount. Okay, I've shoved an entire tube of caulk in here. It doesn't hurt to run your finger in there and smooth it out, or a tool if you don't have a big opening. Get that sucker right in there and make sure your seal is good. Coming out real smooth. I'm going to get 2 more tubes of caulk. I got to get down and go get them. And I'm going to give it a few days to dry, because I want to make sure it does get dry and everything gets taken care of. Don't worry, this is going to look better than it did. 100,000 times better. It's going to look new. And also, I don't feel that cold air coming in here. There was so much air coming in through this little crack. I was probably losing $10 a month on my heat bill. Just wanted to give you guys a tip. Take a ladder, go on the other side of your house, wherever this leak, if you have the same problem. Take a look, see what's going on. Take some of that clear caulk, and maybe you got some big cracks on the outside that might help prevent the water from coming inside also. But this video is not about that, but that's just a quick tip for you guys. Got it all caulked up. Everything looks good. I'm gonna let it dry, like I said, for a few days. And if you guys want to watch how to drywall, for those who don't know how to drywall, watch the next video, part 2. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.